We'll get to all the parents because they were just announced before tonight. Basketball and hockey parents. We'll tell you what's going on at least in the next few days. But to bring this game into focus, the two teams played back in January, the 15th to be precise. It was the second game of the season for the Harborwomen. They dropped a 49-43 decision down in Plymouth. And since that time, they started, at that point, they were 0-2 in the season. And since that time, they've won 6 of the last 8. 6-1 in the conference. That one loss came at the hands of Whitney Hanson here, albeit with a depleted team without Caroline Conley and Sarah Haller available. Their other loss during that stretch came to a very talented Victor. So the buzzer's rung. Teams are getting their final instructions from their coaches. Kayla McCarthy is at the helm of the Eagles tonight. Eugene Bazinski, as always, for the last 8 seasons, at the helm of the Harborwomen. The usual suspects appear to be the starters tonight for Hingham. Johnston, Connolly, Foley, Hanning, and Blassetti. We will wait to see who comes out. If you're new to COVID modification basketball, there is no jump ball. Instead, it's a coin toss. And it will appear that here comes the Plymouth that won the ball. And they will begin with the ball. So it'll be Houlihan, Rossi, no surprise, Benson, no surprise, Moriarty, no surprise, and Riley Coppola, no surprise. So everyone, no surprise, we're ready to go in the season finale. Great to see the Blassettis in Cole. And it's great to have you here on Hingham Athletics live stream too, as we get underway. Rossi, down low, kicked off, shot was long. Here comes Abby Foley, senior captain, over the timeline. Foley to Blassetti. 18 to shoot, plenty of time. Collapse, drive, lays it up off the glass, no good. Moriarty clear. Back come the Eagles. Benji. Down low. Loose ball controlled by Blassetti to Connolly. Back to Perry over the timeline. We're just underway. No score. 7:14 remaining in the first. Collette looking to take advantage. Johnson in the corner. Down low to Connolly. Who loses the handle. And back from the Eagles. Benji. Pushing it up. Rousey circles. Moriarty keeps it alive. We're from the baseline. And we have a ball out of bounds as we get the side heading inside Stanton. It'll be Hingham ball. Eagles come out looking to press. Left inbound. Double team. Actually, they drop back here for a soft 100 foot press. Perry to bring it up over the timeline. Just did beat the 10 seconds. Collette inside, and Connolly will be called for traveling. So we've gone 6:30 to play during the first, no score. Here comes Megan. Over the timeline. Has Emma. Emma back out top to Moriarty. Moriarty looking to create. Megan off the screen. Her shot's blocked. Rousey with it. Looking to create. It goes off. Ball goes out of bounds off of Connolly. It will be side out to the Eagles. Once again, there's no inbounding this season from the baseline, so it becomes side out. Here's Moriarty. The Varsity, new shot clock. Shot block. Rossetti with the block. Foley to bring it over the timeline. Abby looking to create Collette. Baseline drive. Runner hits the side of the backboard. We're still looking for 5:40 to play in the third. Tyler takes the three. Tyler makes it. Eagles looking to press softly. Here comes Terry over the timeline. Terry gets her shot blocked by Kenzie. And back come the Eagles. Three ball on the way, off the backside of the rim. Connolly looking for the rebound. Moriarty puts it up and scores. 5-0 Eagles. 5 minutes to play here in the first. Johnston's three on the way, back rim. Connolly loses it. Comes back around to Benzie. Her layup is short. Loose ball underneath. Connolly grabs it. Connolly to Foley. Foley with the run. Loses it. Foley shot was way short. Taking the top block on the way up. Johnson on the defense. Moriarty to drive. Moriarty scores and gets fouled. Maeve will go to the line looking for the three-point play. Foul's going to be on Foley, her first. And Hingham wants time. So Victus and Holler getting ready to come in for Hingham. It's a 7-0 run for the Eagles to start. And the Harborwomen look a little out of sort. 4:18 to play here in the first. So while we've got a minute, we'll talk about the boys basketball and girls basketball. The seeds were just announced after the completion of the boys basketball game with Marshfield tonight. The boys are the number 2 seed in the Patriot Cup. They will be traveling to Hanover Friday night for a 6:30 game. The girls are the number 3 seed. They will host Plymouth South here at the high school at 6:30. We'll have that game for you on live stream. Once again, the boys are at Hanover this Friday night, 6:30 as the 3 seed. The girls are the 3 seed. They host Plymouth South here Friday night. And we'll be on the air with that on live stream Tuesday. We'll talk about hockey in a little bit. Right now, Maeve Moriarty is at the line looking to complete the three-point play. She has 4 points in the early going here, 4 of the 7. Shot no good. Connolly with the rebound. So Savickas and Holler are in. Johnston and Foley are out. No, take that back. Johnston and Rossetti are out. Here's Savickas. To Holler. Sarah. Oh no, check that. There's Rossetti. Her jumper's off the rim, no good. Connolly back out, puts it on the floor. Loose ball. Collette has it. Sarah Holler. Caroline Connolly, but Connolly's called to the travel. Hingham's yet to score. 3:46 remaining here in the first. So far, all Eagles, 7-0. Rossi. Entry pass to Moriarty. Moriarty gets blocked by Connolly because he steps on the inline. And the ball remains with the Eagles sideline out. jumper for three, in and out. And Sarah's going to get called for the foul and the rebounding. So Sarah, her first, second team foul. Jenna Coppola checks in for the Eagles. And Emma checks out. 7-0 is our score. All Eagles. 3:13 to play here in the first. Moriarty doesn't get it to fall. Connolly the board. Here comes Varsity through traffic. In the corner to Ellie Savictus. Savictus is running as wild. Moriarty clears the glass. And here come the Eagles. Long range three is short. Rebound is good. Scored by Coppola. 9-0. Terry to Connolly, finally a basket. That was the best look of the night. It's 9-3. Moriarty in the paint. Moriarty goes up. Moriarty scores. 6 in the game for Maeve. She had 12 in the first meeting. Varsity drives. Varsity scores. First two for the junior captain. 11 the fourth and scores. We approach 2 minutes. Jenna Coppola. Oh, looked like she took an extra step. No call. Benzie. Behind the back dribble. The drive. Moriarty looking for it. Went off Connolly. It'll be Eagles ball. Jasmine makes her first appearance in the game. Papini. Baseline drive, ball goes out, remains Eagles ball. 7 to shoot. Papini will inbound again. Hingham will not guard the inbound pass. Moriarty comes out with it. Back to Papini. They have no idea it's the shot clock violation. 30-second shot clock. Nobody told the Eagles what time there was left on the clock. Nobody told me. You could just tell they were nonchalant. 1:33 to play in the quarter. 11 to 4 the score. Eagles with the early advantage. Here's Connolly way out top. Waiting for the screen to happen. Savictus, long three, back rim. Jenner with the rebound. Guarded by Collette. Moriarty down there. Back to Jenner. Can't get those baby rough before. Here comes Perry with a minute to play. Varsity launches the three ball off the rim. Holler up strong. Doesn't get it to go. Connolly back up, gets the foul to go to the line. Looks like the foul's going to be on Jasmine. We'll wait and see. Wait for the post on the board. Because our broadcast location has our backs to Yep. Fouls on Jasmine, her first. Our broadcast location is great down here. The only problem is the scorer's table's on the opposite side of the floor, so we don't see the hand signal. So sometimes I gotta wait till it's posted on the board. 11 to 5 is the score. Seconds off the rim, no good. Rebound, third base. Megan will bring it up over the timeline. Tyler Grassi has it. Tyler looking to use the screen from Moriarty. Ball stolen by the split by Terry Varsity. She goes coast to coast and scores. 4 quick one. It's 11-7, 25 seconds to play. Hanging with a little bit of pressure. And great heads-up defense by Ellis Victor. And Megan Danzy steps on the outline, and it's going to be Hingham ball. Taylor McCarthy wants to know why that wasn't a foul. Colleen Johnston just came back in the game. She has the inbound. Here comes Perry. Little jumper baseline. No. Connolly tried to save it. But Bandy collapsed. In the Moriarty pretty play, score the basket. Lassetti from half court doesn't get it to go, and we reach the end of one. So 8 points in the quarter for Moriarty out of the 13. It will be Hingham ball to start the second quarter. And the lead is 6. So as I mentioned, Maeve Moriarty has 8 of the 13 in the quarter. Grassi had a 3 ball and Coppola had a 2. That's Jenna. As opposed to Riley Coppola. Maeve had 12 in the first contest, and she's already got 8 in this game. For Hingham, Connolly had the other 3, compared to Lassetti 4. So a reminder, 2 minutes and 30 seconds in between each quarter, and that includes halftime. Another rule modification. Also, since the referees are wearing masks, they have electronic whistles in their hands, so the whistles sound a little different. At least in a basketball gym, you can hear them. Try doing this in hockey. The whistles are really difficult to hear in a big ice rink. Same whistles. Speaking of hockey, the girls are the number 2 seed in the Patriot Cup. They will travel to Randolph, the Butas Arena, Pembroke, but the 2:35 face-off on Saturday. The boys are the number 1 seed in the Patriot Cup. They will be at Hurdle Night on Saturday at 5 p.m. Host Canada. Neutral site games. So Ellie to inbound. Perry, Pauline, Caroline, and Sarah out there. Ellie's jumper is short. Rebound goes out. It will be Eagles ball. For the Eagles, we got Megan Banzi. We got Jasmine out there. We got Emma Rowan. We got Grassi, who's taking the ball to the hole. Short. And here comes Sarah Holler with it. Sarah, no look to Connolly. Connolly to Blassetti. Blassetti's running short. And we got a foul in the backcourt, and it's going to be on Blassetti. Jasmine to inbound. Megan Bandy's down low. Shot blocked by Johnston. That was Riley Coppola with the shot. And off the rebound, it's got a foul going the other way. Wait to see who they're posting. Looks like it's on Bandy. Savitkus over the line. Steady. 13-7 our score. Eagles. 7 minutes even here before halftime. Perry entry pass to Connolly. Connolly to Holler. Ellie gets on the board with 2. And the lead's down to 4. Runner no. Short. Sarah clears the board. Sarah to Ellie, and she took a big step. For a little person, she took a big step. Shouldn't say little. How about Ellie's going to provide some defensive pressure in the backcourt. Emma's going to inbound and kind of make it difficult for Megan to bring the ball up. Megan's pass stolen again by Holler. Holler looking for Lassetti. Lassetti's little jumper is way short. Holler grabs the offensive board. Sarah's going to set it up again. Sarah's going to drive baseline. Dump it to Connolly. Connolly's shot is blocked by Banzi. And here come the Eagles. Good defensive play by Ellie Savicius again as she knocks the ball out of Kenzie's hands, and Kenzie will inbound. 6:14 to play here in the second. 13-9 as our score. Moriarty's back in the game. Tipped away by Connolly. Here comes Holler again. Holler and Banzi collide, no call. And we got a foul underneath. And I think they're going to call this on Banzi again. If it is, it's going to be Megan's second. And is Megan's second. So Jasmine will come in. Megan will go out. Haga made a quick switch. Colette's back in. Ellie's out. And Colette to inbound. Perry with the three off the rim. Rebound goes off of Sarah's hands. It's Eagles' ball. We're still stuck on the same score as we were at the start of the quarter. And we've played over 3 minutes now. Over 2 minutes anyway. 5:40 remaining here before halftime. Moriarty trying to post up low. Ball stolen by Lassetti. He's got Colette in space. Perry takes it herself. Window off the glass is loose. Loose ball. Alternating possession goes to the Eagles. And Coach McCarthy calls timeout. Just seems like King's forcing it a bit rather than letting the game come to them. That's just an observation so far. So just to recap, the Patriot Cup playoffs in basketball. The boys are the 2 seed. They will play Friday night at 6:30. They will be in Hanover. The girls will be hosting Plymouth South here. They are the 3 seed. So the game is here this Friday at 6:30. We'll be on the air roughly at 6:25 for Patriot Cup playoff action. As for hockey, the girls are the 2 seed. They will be in Randolph to play Pembroke. That is face-off at 2:35 on Saturday. The boys are the number 1 seed. They'll be at Hobomok hosting Hanover on Saturday. Game time's 5 p.m. We don't have regarding broadcasting. That's really all I do. So it'll be Eagles ball. Foul trouble, Banzi has 2. Everybody else only has 1, so we're good. Riley Capola to inbound. There's Jasmine. Kenzie. Kylie. Long range 3. And here comes Sarah. Sarah looking for Riley. Sorry. My apologies to the younger Rizzetti. That was Perry. And Perry makes 2. And just like that, Kenzie drains the little baseline jumper. The lead's back to 4, 15-11. Here comes Perry. 4:40 and counting, second quarter. Colleen Johnston. Off the screen back to Perry. Varsity 14-2. Perry, screen set to Connolly. Connolly, pretty little layup. That little floater from Caroline. She's got 5 in the game. The lead is back down to 2. Jumper way off. Johnston with the rebound. But he loses control of it. Johnston's the most surprised person on the floor that it's not Hingham Hall, but from here, can't quite tell. So, Sophia inbound. Allen needs the game. Long range three by Allen was off the side netting. The ground rules are in effect. And the ball's out of bounds, as I've talked many times. Abby Foley comes in, Sarah Haller sits down. There are guide wires that hold baskets down here, so as we bring them up, they hit those guide wires, it's considered to be out of play. Perry Varsity, Abby Foley drives baseline. Caroline Connolly swings at Colleen Johnston. Her shot is short. Connolly clears the board. Johnston back with the runner, halfway in and out. Jasmine clears the offensive board. Here comes Sophia. Sophia entry pass to Moriarty. Connolly's going to get called for the foul. For Colleen, it's her first. Should be only the 4th team foul. 3:37 to play here in the first half. Jenna Coppola comes back in. Double team in the corner. And it'll be jumped off. Foley and Perry Varsity doubled Jenna in the corner. It was effective. Moriarty off the swing goes to Grassi. Kylie looking for the return screen and the pick and roll. Moriarty keeps swinging. That's Jenna Coppola with the jumper. It's good. So 4 in the game for Jenna. 17-13 to score. 3:10 to play here in the first. Collette swings back to Perry. Perry drives. No good. Holloway on the loose ball. And it'll be a jump. It'll be Hingham's possession. So Connolly is out right now, and Sarah's in. You have Johnston and Varsity in, along with Foley and Collette, the Hingham 5. Perry has to shoot a long 3. It's a 30-second shot clock violation, as her shot was blocked and Hingham lost track of the clock. Here comes Sophia to Jenna. Jenna around the screen to Grassi. Grassi drives and scores. 6 points in the quarter for the Eagles. 19-13. Sarah over to Perry. Perry back to Sarah looking for the dribble penetration. We got a kick ball and a new clock. So Connolly comes in, Johnston takes a break. They'll rotate sides as Abby Foley will inbound. Sarah goes to one low block, Johnston goes to the other. Moriarty's on Johnston. Perry in the corner. Plenty of time, new clock. Holler rotates. Johnston, Holler sets the screen for Varsity. We're down to 13 to shoot. Perry drives. Perry lays it off the glass. No good. Here comes the fast break of Benzie. Benzie goes all the way up. No good. Holler starts to the rebound. Sarah comes out of the pass. Sarah starts to break. Sarah goes up. Sarah gets fouled. Sarah scores the basket. I believe the foul will be on Moriarty. We'll wait and see. Holland missed a shot. Foul still hasn't been posted. There it is. It's on Moriarty. And this is, I tell you, it made it score for the 10th point of the game. The lead is back to 6. Foley from Holler. Collette with the runner is way up. Jump ball, alternating possession, remains with the Eagles. I've said it once already tonight. It seems like Hannon's forcing. Not saying that the floater was ill-advised, it just wasn't anywhere close to the basket. So Coppola is the inbound pass back to Danger, and we approach 1 minute to play in the fourth. Jumper Moriarty off the rim. Rebound goes back out for a 3-ball. Around the rim and out. Lassetti with a great save on the end line to Holler. Holler to Savitkus. Savitkus looking to Conley. The pass goes out. And actually it's going to stay Hingham ball. It's going to be considered to be white ball. Connolly doesn't get the baby jumper to guard, and there's going to be a foul over the top against Connolly on the rebound. Caroline's going to be her second. Only a 15 foul, 40.7 to play here. Moriarty to inbound. Gets it to Megan, and Danzy will bring it up over the timeline, being guarded by Collette. The lead is 6. Entry pass knocked away by Holler. Here comes Terry Lassetti. Ellie Holler, or sorry. That actually was Terry Lassetti. The pass is knocked down. Long range pass was out of bounds. Lassetti got a tip on it. It will remain Eagles ball. Kenzie the inbound with 7.4 on the clock with the Eagles up 6. Moriarty swings to Banzi. Banzi the drive, dribble penetration, throws it up. She'll get the foul call. No foul call. 1 second. And this was the send to half. I thought she got the foul and she was going to go to the line, but that's not what happened. I stand mistaken. So we reach halftime. The lead is increased by 2. Harborwomen will have the ball to start the second half. Story of this game is Maeve Moriarty with 10 points. She leads all scorers. Rossi has 5. Jen Coppola has 4. On the Harborwomen side, not much to tell. Connolly has 5, but it seems like it's been a hard 5 to get. Lassetti has 6. Again, another hard 6 to get. Sarah Holler has 4. That's it. So once again, just reminding you what's going on here. And foul trouble, Banzi has 2. Connolly has 2 for Plymouth and Hingham respectively. So just to go over the pairings here. For the Patriot Cup tournament coming up, the boys, the Harborwomen, are the 2 seed in the bracket. They will travel to Hanover for a Friday night game. 6:30 is tip. The girls are the 3 seed in the Keenan, and they will host Plymouth South here at the high school. Tip-off is 6:30. We'll be on the air at 6:25. We'll bring you that one on Hingham Athletics live stream 2. Regarding hockey, the girls at the 2 seed, they will beat Pembroke. Their first game is at Zabutis in Randolph this Saturday at 2:35 is face-off. The boys are the 1 seed over in the Keenan. They will, as with the undefeated season, they will battle Hanover at Hobomok on Saturday, face-off 5 p.m. We don't have any broadcast information for you about Saturday. Should the girls win on Friday, they will host an opponent sometime on Sunday afternoon here at the high school. And should that happen, we'll have that broadcast for you on live stream 2. But that's all premature. Right now we've got another half of basketball to play here. And then we have a game on Friday night, and that's what we know about. So far this is a reverse of the other game that they played back on the 15th, where Hingham carried basically a 6 to 7 point lead through most of the first half, through the third quarter, until the Eagles made a run late in the third and then took control of the game throughout the fourth quarter, going on to win by 6. We'll see if the reverse happens here. We're coming up on 15 seconds to play in your forced timeout here. Both teams have actually left the gym. The Eagles are out in the hallway by the entrance to the gym. The girls traditionally go out by the training room for their quote-unquote halftime break. So, and that's why the gym is actually empty right now. So Ali Savitkas is the first Harborwoman out on the floor. It would appear to be our starting 5 for the Harborwomen. Same starting 5 for most of the season. Injuries notwithstanding. So it'll be Foley, Haney, Connolly, Johnston, and Glissetti for the Harborwomen. It'll be Hingham Ball coming in. See Moriarty, Rossi, I'm assuming the rest of the standard cast, but we're going to be ready to pick everybody up. Thank you for being with us all season here on Hingham Athletics Live Stream 2. Johnston, Connolly working in on Moriarty, losing control of the ball. He was looking for Johnston rather than going up strong against Moriarty, and lost control. Kenzie, cross court, Rossi in the corner there. What pass picked up by Johnston going in, little further no, rebound no. And Robert Polo breaks back the other way off the glass. And we'll swing it to Banzi back to Lisa Polo. He goes into the corner to Kenzie. Kenzie brings it out. And there's a 3-second violation on Moriarty down low. So soft pressure being applied by the Eagles. Now it looks like they're going to go into a diamond across the timeline once they get into it with the double team. So Glissetti tries to dribble through it, but it's picked off. And an easy basket down the other side. So basically, Rossi is the recipient of the pass from Banzi. And the press did work. This time they double teamed right at the midfield line. This time Hingham's a little smarter. The lead is 8. Connolly to Foley. Foley's pass picked off and anticipated well by Banzi. They were looking for flat on the cross court. Wasn't there. Moriarty with the little runner, no. Connolly the board. Here comes Rossetti. Perry, little floater into Connolly. Connolly's little runner is in and out. Board is cleared, and here comes Megan Banzi. Entry pass down low. Kick out to the corner. Here's Kenzie. Kenzie's shot is no good. Perry cleared. Perry's pass too far. And no one's quite sure who had it last. They're going to give it to Hingham. 5:48 remaining here in the third. The lead is 8. The referees are going to have a discussion about this. And they've decided it's white ball. Collette to inbound. They're going to double team Rossetti. So Connolly probably will have to post up. A warning to Perry about her mask and her location. We're coming up on 5 seconds here. Perry gets the inbound into Connolly. Connolly's layup no good. She gets the rebound. Johnston throws one up no good. The Powers are having problems tonight. And the lead could go to double figures here. Moriarty down low, double team. Doesn't go, she gets a rebound, doesn't go. Connolly clears the second effort, and we've got a jump ball. Alternating possession remains with the Eagles, and Eugene wants to time out. So the lead is 8, 23 to 15. It's more of the case right now of the lack of offense as Jenna Coppola comes back in. In the first game, Hingham only shot 28% from the field. And when I looked at the game stats, not having been at the first game, I thought, boy, that seems rather low from 2. And now you kind of know why. They're rushing. Now, Moriarty's got something to say about that down low. There's no doubt about it. But they are rushing. No doubt about this group right now. They are rushing offensively. One thing about this year's team differently from previous teams, they don't fast break a whole lot. They score a lot more out of the set. So if the set's not working, they're not running. This group doesn't run nearly as much as the, Rossetti Venice days. All right, we're back underway. Moriarty has it. New shot clock, no big deal. Kenzie, the dribble penetration and the look, no good. Moriarty with the rebound, score it. 10 in the game. Lead is now 10. Foley to Rossetti. Double team in the corner. Loose ball as Johnston hits it. And back come the Eagles. Jenna Coppola gets blocked by Johnston. Maybe that's the spurt. Perry Rossetti. Dribble penetrates. 3-ball on the way. It's way short. Collette with it. Back to Connolly. Connolly drives it to 2. So Connolly with 7 in the game. The lead is 8, 25 to 17 to the Eagles. Moriarty down low, tries to put it up, gets nothing. And the ball goes off Connolly. It will remain Eagles ball. Ellie Savitkas comes in. Sarah Haller comes in for him. Moriarty sits down for the Eagles. as Riley Coppola comes back in. Jenna Coppola. Megan Banzi swings back. Rossi. Kylie's been remarkably quiet tonight. Loose ball remains with the Eagles. New shot clock. And here comes Jasmine into the game. And Kenzie will take a seat. Jenna Coppola. Megan Banzi. Coppola tries to drive. Kicks back out, long range three, score. Megan lights up her first three of the night, first point of the night, and the lead is 9. Perry gets it over. Kyle left inside, and we're going to have a jump ball. No. They're going to say no jump. What they're going to say is that the Plymouth Eagle player actually called timeout when they got their hands on the ball. So it's not a jump ball, but rather Eagles possession and a smart play by a player actually calling a timeout, which is something you almost never see anymore. And in fact, if you're putting a timeout in the book, you have to put the player number down. And almost all the time you put down the coach's number because the coach is usually who calls the timeout. In this case, I didn't catch the player's number who did it on the floor, but it was smart enough. She had possession. She called timeout. It saved the jump ball. It would have been a hang-up ball. And the lead is 11. It's 28-17. 3:33 to play here. There hasn't been a team foul on either side here in the third. And Hingham is struggling to find it. More importantly, Hingham is struggling to find a shot, much less even a good look, much less even a basket. Other than the Connolly Bunny, they've yet to match anything. All right, so let's see if Dr. Baczynski, no, I don't mean a doctor. It was lovely to spend a time you're up with these guys. Harborwomen come out still playing man-to-man. And they choose not to extend. Loose ball. Comes back to Coppola. She kicks out. 3 ball on the way. Off the rim, no good. Paula clears the ball. Tries to start the break for Hingham. Long range pass to Collette. She kicks around to Victus for 3. Drains it. That's the first 3 balls of the night for Hingham. They could probably use a few more of those. Riley Coppola screens over to Jenna. Off the swing, it goes to Kylie Grassi. She puts the rebound back, doesn't get it. Connolly clears the glass. Here comes Perry. Perry kicks to the corner. Ellen dribbles off to the corner. Pauline back out to Perry. Perry looks 19 to shoot. Perry's on the baseline. Perry launches the 3. It's off the rim. Connolly cleans it up and scores. So 9 in the game for Caroline now. The lead is down to 6. Here's Jenna Coppola. Cross goes to Jasmine. Jenna looking to drive. Paula on her. Paula goes up to the block and Jenna scores. 6 in the game for Jenna. The lead is back to 8 as we approach 2 minutes to play in the third. Corner bucket pass to Collette. Collette brings the 3. So for Collette, her first basket. Jasmine back out top to Emma. Emma dribble penetrates. Goes with the ball to Sharon. Sharon down the horn to Savickas, who gets hammered. He's going to the line. First foul for either team in the third quarter. It's going to be on Kylie Grassi for first. 1:34 to play. The lead is 5. Moriarty is back for the Eagles. Ellie looking to convert and cut the lead to 4. And she does. 4 points in the game for Ellie. The lead is 30 to 26. Ellie picks up she gets the ball. Perry Placetti goes to the hole, gets fouled, and Perry will go to the line shooting 2. They're going to be on Kenzie. We'll wait and see. Yep, it's on Kenzie, her first. So I guess I'm saying that what did I say about the team not running? Perry back wins her first. So Banzi and Riley Coppola will come in and take over the rebounding duties here. And uncharacteristically, Perry misses them both. Long looking pass by Grassi. She makes a little hook shot and clears the rebound. Savitkus kicks to the corner. Collette with another 3 ball goes well. O'Connelly makes up for it on the rebound. 6 in the corner. Timeout. Eagles. The lead is down to 2 with 56.1 to play here in the third. If there's a silver lining to the timeout that was called earlier, Hingham will have the ball to start the 4th, assuming there isn't another alternating possession. So team fouls are 2 to zip. So, no one's really in any trouble. Banzi still has the 2. Connolly still has the 2. So no one's in any danger doing anything. 56.1 here to play here in the third. The lead has been cut down from 10 to 2. The 3 ball all of a sudden has lit up. Plus just getting aggressive and going to the hole and kicking out when they needed to. Basically by Ellie Savitkus and Colette Haney. And 6 points in the quarter from Caroline Johnston. Caroline Connolly, rather. We have 11 in the game. There we go. Benzie with it. Over the timeline. Moriarty. Swings in the corner to Grassi. Moriarty trying to drive the baby hook. No. Pollard clears the glass. Here comes Ellie. To Colette. She corrals it in the corner. 32 seconds. 23 on the clock. 10-second disparity. Perry Placetti. Looks to drive. Placetti loses it. Swinging the glass at Banzi. Riley Coppola. She goes in. Doesn't get it. Connolly, loose ball. Down to 12 seconds. Moriarty's going to take the big time 3. Air balls the whole thing. And we've got 6.7 to play. That might have been an ill-advised shot for Maeve. I don't know if she is a 3-point shooter or not. 3 seconds. Perry with the long 3 back in. So we reach the end of 3. unofficially, I have Connolly with 11, Lacetti with 8, Savitkus with 4, and Paulette with 3. On the other side of the ledger, Jenna Coppola has 6, Grassi has 7, Moriarty leads all scorers with 12. And that's where we start. Like I said, 2 team fouls to 0. No big deal. No one's close to shooting. Hingham will look to tie on this possession as they start with the alternating possession here. As we start the fourth quarter. Collect inbound. Over there goes the victory. We got Pollard, Lacetti, and Connolly out there. Here's Perry Lacetti. Looking for our first 3 balls tonight. Collect to Perry. Perry to Holland. Holland kicked out to Connolly. Connolly in the corner to Savitkus. Savitkus is touched by Moriarty. Collect, Dorset. Connolly with the Perry with the floater is good. We're nodding. Kenzie swings through. Moriarty way out top. I don't think he wants the coast player playing 25 feet from the basket. Kenzie drives. Little floater. No. Rebound. Lacetti. Hingham has a chance to take his first lead and ever. Lacetti screws off the rim. Here comes Banzi. Banzi gets fouled by Paulette. I think Perry wanted to make a statement with the 3. Didn't get it. So it's 30-30. 6:52 to play. Kenzie to inbound. Referees having some discussions with Caleb. Moriarty. Danzy drives. Hits the rim. Collect with the rebound. Looking around the show. Lacetti. Lacetti to the pinnacle. Lacetti's jumper is short. Pollard with the rebound. No. Connolly gets tied up, and he's got a jump ball that's going to go Eagles. So Hingham's had 2 opportunities to take the lead. Last 2 possessions have not been able to do it. Eugene wanted a word with the officials. And here comes Megan Bancy over the timeline. Being guarded by Paulette. Megan drives. Megan's layup is good. 5 in the game for Megan. The lead for the Eagles is back to 2. Kelly Lacetti. Sarah Haller drives. Sarah Conley. Conley kick out. Back to Savitkus. Savitkus' pass is deflected by Moriarty. Here comes the Eagles. Lacetti with the foul on Grassi. And Kylie most likely will go to the line. On Perry, that's his second. Just around the rim and in for Megan, and she gets her 6th point of the game. The lead is back to 3. This to make it a 2-possession game. Colleen Johnston comes in. Paulette Haney goes out. So Hingham's going big again. Way off. It's still a 1-possession game as Lacetti puts the ball up 5:50 to play here in regulation. Lacetti guarded by Grassi. swings to Holler. Holler comes off to Savickas, almost traveled. Rossetti long range three off the back rim. Savickas the rebound. Back to Rossetti. She drives. She gets hard. No call. Holler, this time a jump ball. And it will go to Hingham. I think Banzi tried to get the timeout again. This time, no love. And they've already used 3 timeouts, so they got to be careful of how many timeouts before the playoffs. Long range three, in and out. Johnson's passes, Moriarty gets the rebound. And here comes Jennifer Pola. Jenna looking to drive. Jenna gets stuck. And Jenna gets dumped. And they're going to stay. But Holler, great defense on Jenna Capola. 5:12 to play. Game reset. 33-30 is our score. Eagles by 3. Glad to have you with us on Hingham Athletic Live stream. Runner no. Loose ball, and I think we got Moriarty's are coming over the top. If it is, it'll be May 2nd, and it is. Third team. Jasmine comes out. Holler to inbound. Eagles come in with the press in the corner. But they come out of it. Ellie carries long three. Score it! The captain's first three of the night comes at a good time. We're not at 33. We've got 4:44 to play in the game. Here come the Harborwomen off the miss. Rossetti doesn't get it. Johnston scores. Hingham has the lead. For the first time tonight, the Harborwomen are on top. Moriarty underneath score. We're back tied again. Moriarty 14 in the game, leading scorer. Here comes Holler. We're knotted at 35, and we've got a foul called with a hold. And the hold's going to be called on Kenzie. That's her second. McCarthy's not happy. More importantly, 14 fouls, slowly nudging up there. Riley Capola comes back in. Jenna Capola goes out, and we've got a timeout. I'm going to assume that Eugene called it. Yep, 4:13 is the time. So here's the game reset. Possession arrow points to Hingham. We're knotted at 35. 4:13 remaining. Team fouls 4 for Plymouth North, 2 for Hingham. Foul trouble. Kenzie with 2. Megan Banzi with 2. Maeve Moriarty 2. Again, not really huge foul trouble. That would be for second quarter foul trouble, but not here. Connolly still has 2. Perry Blassetti has 2. So no one over 2 fouls. So I don't think we have any real foul trouble at this point. So Perry Blassetti now has 13 in the game. Caroline Connolly now has 13 in the game for Hingham. So ever so quietly, they're where they're supposed to be, I suppose. And as I mentioned, Maeve Moriarty 14. In the first game, Moriarty had 12 and Banzi had 12. Okay, Savickas to inbound. Perry Blassetti baseline. Caroline Connolly in the lane, loses the ball. Moriarty picks it up, checked up. Banzi length to length, misses the layup. Sarah Holler clears the glass. Here comes Hingham. Connolly off the glass, doesn't get it, gets the rebound, and gets the foul. We may not shoot this, it may just be the 5th. Foul's going to be on 24, so that should be Banzi's third. Oh, they're giving her 2 shots. Wow. And they called it on Moriarty. Connolly is 1 of 3 tonight. So for Maeve, it's her 3rd personal, team 5th. 1 more common foul to give. 3:51 to play. Connolly missed them both. Free throw shooting, which is usually a staple of the Harborwomen, not there tonight. Long range three by Kenzie, who gets her own rebound. Here comes Jasmine, being pestered by Blassetti. Megan Banji swings it. Kenzie thinks about it again. Here comes Emma. Out to Kenzie. Long 3, no. Holler and Connolly put it last to Blassetti. 3:15 to play. We're knotted at 35. Harry gets the ball stolen by Jenna. Or check that, that's Jasmine. And the ball will come back the other way. Savitka's almost with the steal. Loose ball on the baseline. Comes back around. Jasmine dumps out 3. Long burn. Score. Kenzie with a wide open 3. And Hingham calls time. So according to my records, Eugene has 1 more left. Same reset, 2:48 to play. 38-35 is the score. 5 team fouls for the Eagles, 2 for the Harborwomen. We thank you, as always, for joining us on Hingham Athletics Live Stream 2 tonight, and we thank you for all your support all season, the kind words. It's meant a lot to everyone here. We put the basketball and hockey on YouTube for you. We've had a blast doing it, as this is our last regular season contest. And we'll forge ahead into the Patriot Cup and do what we can do. We know we have at least 1 more game on Friday. Here is the Harborwomen will host Plymouth South. And as for neutral sites, we'll see what happens and what the sites allow us to do. Oh, it's a 2:48. It'll be Hingham ball, 5-3. Caller to inbound. Eagles showing the pressure. Savitkas to Holler, to Blassetti. Extending the pressure. Nice job of actually defeating it. 3 across all the time. Colleen Johnston's back in the game. Down low to Blassetti, she loses it. It's going to fall. Yeah, it's about time Hingham decides to pick up the defense. Here's Banzi on the swing, comes to Brassy. Coming up on 2:10 to play. The lead is 3 to the Eagles. Brassy, under 10 seconds. On the drive, no. Connolly cleans it. Rossetti will bring it up over the timeline. We're under 2 minutes. Hingham trails by 3. Always Savitkas. Looks to Connolly. Savitkas has got to get out of the lane. Johnston with him. Sees Connolly. Connolly's off the glass is no good. He goes into the rebound. Jump ball. It's Hingham. So 1:41 to play, 38-35 is our score. The new shot clock for the Harborwomen. Here's Perry Blassetti. Colleen Johnson with a 2. Colleen's 4 points in the quarter. Hingham trails by 1. We approach 1:25 to play in the game. Here's Kenzie. Savitka's almost with the steal. Megan in the corner to Moriarty. Back out to Kenzie. Down to 8 seconds. In the corner. Down the low to Moriarty. It goes out. It'll be Eagles ball. 4 seconds to shoot. That's probably the most important thing. 1:05 in the game in regulation. 4 seconds to shoot. Kenzie the inbound. Moriarty comes out. Swing, big time. Long jump shot. No good. Connolly clears the glass. Here come the Harborwomen with a chance to take the lead with a minute. Ellie Savickas off the glass. No good. She took a lucky 3. Now Hingham will have to go get the ball. Moriarty. Kenzie. Connolly will take the foul. Not sure if that was the best play here. But it's not like we're putting them at the line. All it does is get them a new clock. And it's only the 13th foul. Perry Blassetti with almost a steal off the inbound, but it will remain Eagles ball. The shot clock is at 29, the game clock's at 35, so there's a 6-second differential at this point. Inbound to Moriarty, guarded by Connolly. Connolly's now picked up her 4th. So if you're going to start fouling everybody to get people at the line, Connolly will be gone with one more foul. So I would suggest somebody else besides Caroline foul people. And just like that, Carter Grassi, a very sure-handed ball handler, loses it on the baseline. It will be Hingham ball. Holler cannot run the baseline. 28 seconds to play. Holler to Savickas, back to Holler. Holler will come up the timeline to Ellie. Ellie over to Perry. Perry, long-range 3. Back rim, no good. Loose ball. And Ellie Savickas fouls. Now it's only the 15th foul. So for Savickas to first, you're going to still have to give up 2 fouls. And Connolly will come out. And Catherine Wilson can do the fouling. Blassetti gives up a foul. That'll be her 3. Now that'll be the team 6. Now, and Connolly is sitting right. So Connolly will sit down. And basically what will happen is they'll give one more foul, 10.9 to play. And there's the foul. Savickas gives it. You're putting Banzi at the line for the 1-and-1. 9.7 to play. The foul's going to be on Savickas for 2nd. So Connolly's back in the game with Johnston to rebound. Just to make it a 3-point game with 9.7 to go. Hingham will still have a chance, regardless of what happens here. Second is good. It's a 3-point lead. Full-court pressure being applied. Blassetti looking to get the shot off, and she gets fouled. Actually, no fouls. It'll be a timeout. Last timeout. So, what do you got with 1.5 seconds to play, which is basically a little bit more than a catch and shoot. So you're going to have to derive something that basically gets one of your three-point shooters a look here. Johnston's been known to knock down the 3. Savickas obviously can. Foley can. Collette can. We know about Perry. It depends who's on the floor. the number of three-point shooters you can. If I'm Plymouth North, I commit the foul. If you commit the foul, game's over. The last thing you do is give someone a shot. If you're Holler can knock the three down too. You've got Holler, Connolly, Brissett, Varsity, Tradition, and Johnston with 1.5. And you know who's in the ball game. Brissett got red in his house. And the Eagles sweep the season series. 40-37. So the Harborwomen finished the season 6-5. And 6-3 since their 0-2 start. So this is a little disappointing for them. But there's still a game to play. So as we mentioned, and we'll just go through this in a minute here. So Maeve Moriarty led the Eagles with 14 unofficially. Got Megan Banzi with 8. We've got Grassi with 7. We got Jen Coppola with 6 and Kenzie with 5. On our side, we've got 4 for Ellie. We've got, let's do this right. We've got 4 for Colleen Johnston. We've got 11 for Connolly, and I've got 13 unofficially for Blissetti and 4 for Holler, but that's all unofficial. So basically, just to summarize, the Harborwomen finished 6-5. They are the 3 seed. They will play this way. They will host Plymouth South in the first round of the Patriot Cup this Friday. We'll be on the air at 6:25 on Hingham Athletics live stream 2. The boys will be the 2 seed. They will be at Hanover at 6:30 for basketball. Hockey on Saturday. The girls are the 2 seed. The Harborwomen will be at Pembroke in Randolph at 2:35. The boys go to Hobomock and Pembroke. For the 1 seed, they'll be at 5 p.m. That's the first round games in the Patriot Cup. So, for our executive producer of Hingham Athletics, Jim Quattromoni, our coordinating producer, Matt Fell, today's game was directed, as always, by John Todd, and our stage manager for the entire season has been Mary Ellen Pollock. This is Greg Partiga saying thank you for joining us. The final score, Plymouth 40, Hingham 37. You've been watching an exclusive presentation of Harborwomen basketball on Hingham Athletics. Good night, everybody.